we go, boys. Everyone's chosen their tyres. And let's see what the weather is like for qualifying here in Australia. The previous two rounds we've had your Wednesday night league. And we've had... Get in there, Lewis, yes. Cannot agree more for us. Unlucky you're not here, mate. But we have a dry qualifying number one, qualifying in general. And will be good. So we've got dry quali, dry feature race, and sprint race will be fully wet. So that will be very interesting for the boys. They may compensate for that or not with their wet or dry setups. Let's see who's going to be first out on the grid. Yep, oxygen. Thanks, mate. Alright, who we got first out? Someone is coming out. We've got one of the... I don't know the teams yet, dude. Hold on. Sparky and Lil T both now on the track. So we are on board with Lil T here on his outlap, directly behind Sparky, I think. Yep. In the SMP racing car. Will be a very interesting session here. Going to be a long 30 minutes. Yeah, Vox, mate, will be a little while, but hopefully we can make it exciting, or maybe someone has a crash and we can talk about it. Can't wait for Dutchy to bottle this race. Absolute scenes. Yeah, would be quite funny if probably the pick to win this does Bennett, but honestly, Dutchy's very consistent, so I don't see him binning it too much. These cars do take a while to control as Sparky goes way out there trying to warm his tyres up here on the outlap. Here we go, Sparky onto his lap here, and you hear the noise of that Formula 2 car driving past. Now into turn 1, on the brakes as he whips it in for turn 1, and on the gas immediately for turn 2. Now down your second straight into turn 3. Tough braking zone here, trying to not lock the front right as you turn in. He's absolutely nailed that apex there, trying to get easy on the throttle there through that corner. Is it easy to lose? Now turn 6 flat, pretty self-explanatory there. Sparky now into turn 7. This is another tricky braking zone and an exit, as it when you're out on that curb, it is easy to lose the car. Now another tricky curb to negotiate here. Sparky does another brilliant job driving these cars to absolute perfection. Now, will he bottle it up here at turn 12? Turns in, misses that apex, and probably could have used a bit more curb, but that's alright as he's getting used to the car. Obviously, a long 26 minutes to get the best lap possible on this, on this track possible, to be honest. As Sparky comes around the final corner now to set the first lap in this qualifying session. What time will it be? DRS open everything as he comes across the line. It's a 35.7 for Sparky for Prema. It's a good lap. Let's see who else is... Oh, in the pits comes Dilligaff. Long 12 Dong also into the lane. So, lots of people opting on not... Okay, why am I stuck on this dude? Come on. Oh, someone's in the wall! Come on, game. I think that was Hartwigger in the wall there. Game will not let me spectate him, unfortunately. Let's see what Dealergaff is doing, as I swear I just watched this boy coming in the pits anyway. He's on a lap. Let's see what lap he's doing. As Long 12 Dong has also done a 37.4. 1.7 tenths. 1.7 seconds off of Sparky. As Dealergaff coming through the final couple of corners here. Tough exit from this corner in these cars, especially where the rears do like to have a go. Flat through the final corner, DRS open and up to the line. Dealergaff goes P3 with a 37.5, 1.5 tenths behind Ding Dong. Let's go on board now with Dutchy, the favourite, you'd think, coming into this race weekend. Will he bin it here at turn 12? Knowing Dutchy, there is a good chance of him absolutely destroying his chances here. Oh, look at that apex for Dutchy. Lines that one up much better, but damn, turn 11 was not nice to him there. Car going very slowly, almost blocking Dutchy, but he gets out of the way just in time. Now we go through the tricky part of the lap here, through the final sector. Hitting those apexes fairly well. Now into the second last corner. Yeah, pretty good exit. Nice and smooth on the throttle there for Dutchy. Through the final corner. And DRS activated. Dutchy coming up to the line. Will he go P1? No, he won't. P2 with a 36.4. I reckon he lost a lot of time there. As Jamie also just after him does a 37.2 going P3. Alright, let's go on board with Kruder Karma now. Well, he runs a bit wide there. Could very well be an invalidated lap. Let's have a look. He comes through the final corner. Oh, very wide there at the final corner. Ripple strip. And across the line is a 42.6 for Karma. Must have had a bit of an oopsie there on that lap. Just going to get some of the things going up here. Broadcast, fast lap, detail. Now we are riding on board with Oxygen Thief, going full speed. This guy is also very, very quick in the Formula 2 cars. Does like to give him a red hot crack as he's going through the first sector. A slow car out wide, I think just letting him go past. Let's see what lap Oxygen can pull out here. Slow car in sector 1 and sector 2. I think that's just guys letting each other through. Right? That's a much better. Oh, that's a much better line through that corner there for Oxygen than we have previously seen through the third sector now into the tough corner, one of the tougher corners in this track where you can overdo it quite easily. As Paddy Crowe puts himself, I don't know if that was recent, but puts himself 1 second clear of the rest of the field. Oh! Okay, what the hell was that all about? Oxygen Thief went off in the grass but didn't. And he now deploys DRS and comes up to the line to go. P5 with a 36.9. Let's see who's on a lap. Let's go down to Little T, who is in the third sector currently. There's a slow car in sector 3. I believe that car may be out of fuel. to see about that. See if Little T gets disadvantaged here by this car. This guy is very, very quick, and we'll be looking to maybe put him in the top 5 here today. There's a good exit for Little T. Across the line, but he had an invalidated lap time. It was a 43 something, so it wasn't a great lap anyway. Very aggressive there through the first couple of corners. Anyway, let's go on board with Paddy here. Is he on a lap? 3 seconds down. No, he's not. He's going to the pits. Let's go on board with Dutchie. He's not on a lap. Dutchie going very slow, actually. Oxygen Thief. Is he on a lap? He's 8/10 up on this lap. Through the third sector now. So we've caught back up. Taking a very nice line through there. Trying to push the car as much as he can now. Through the second last corner. And now the last. Acing that apex. Flat out. DRS open. Up to the line. And it is 35.8 for Oxygen Thief, a 1.1 second improvement for him, so that's a very good lap there, but still a second off Paddy Crow. He's done an absolute blinder there. Alright, let's go on board with Green Goats, shall we? He's starting his lap. For Carlin. Been pretty clean so far. This guy is, I would go out on a limb and say, the cleanest driver in this league. So watch out for him making some awesome moves later on in the feature and sprint races. Lil T goes P9, 37.7. That's not a bad lap. Let's see what Green Goats' lap is. It looks pretty quick. Opens the DRS, comes up to the line. Oh, this is going to be a very good lap. And it puts him pole for the moment. 3 thousandths of a second over Paddy Crow, but nevertheless, it does put him in provisional pole for the time being. As we go on board with Hut, we are now through the second sector. Green Goats, what an absolutely brilliant lap from him though. Things you absolutely love to see from him. Let's see what lap part we can do here. Yet to really see this guy's true pace, and I'm not really sure if he is that quick, but by the look of this run, he's got very good confidence in these F2 cars. Now into the hard braking zone. Pulls it up very nicely, uses all the exit curb as well. Very nicely done there by Hartwigger. Oh, a little wide there for the second last corner, but that's alright. On the power now for the final corner. Opens the DRS and down to the finish line he comes. What lap is it? It's a 38.3, but it was invalidated. So he'll have to go again. Let us go on board with Retro Pricey. On a lap right now in the first sector. Paddy Crow on an outlap, by the way. We will have to get on board with that when he comes out towards the end of his lap. And And unfortunately for Retro, we're going to go on to Paddy Crow now to see if he can beat that lap. We're going to go on board with him the entire lap. Yeah. I'm going on board here, boys. I'm going to give you the sounds and watch Paddy on his flying lap. Oh, Paddy Crow's put it in the wall, ladies and gentlemen. Lots of pressure on him to do a good lap there, and unfortunately for him, he's absolutely binned it in a tough traction zone, so unfortunately we will go off him now. But let's see, Sparky's on a lap, he's 2/10 up, let's see what lap he's gonna do here as we go off the on board. Oh! Sparky's put in the wall too! Sparky's had an absolutely huge one! And Sparky is out in the qualifying here, currently in P4, but he will be out. That will be all she wrote for Sparky in this qualifying session. Truly unfortunate, and what are the chances of us getting that on the stream as well? Far out. GG Sparky, mate, unlucky. That is a hot zone for crashes, so I will not be surprised if more people bin it there. Far out, what a crash though. On board with Dong now. Let's see what he can pull off. Here as he's going through the second sector. This misses. Guys, I'm not even Oxygen, lol. Oxygen's racing, lads, come on. I'm Abyss, I do the F1s, so yeah. Oh, jeez. Nice dudes. We've got different commentary teams for different races. So Oxygen does Wednesdays and Sundays, I believe, and I'm doing Fridays with Frizy, who's in chat, but unfortunately couldn't make it tonight. But let's focus back on the racing. You sent your thingo to me. Okay, Edge. On what? Edge on what? Thank you very much for that. Hotwig's in the pits. Hotwig is in the pits and has not done a lap. Very interesting there. Let's go on board with JNEW, your first round winner in this, well, in the F1 Wednesday League. Let's see if he can do anything of the sorts here again. Oh, we've now seen Jamie put it in the wall. Just on top of the... Should we just say something? Oh, actually it's right here in the moment. You take the dogs out, please. Alright. Retro Pricey not on the track. Lil T, is he on a lap? Huh? Yeah, I got it. Oh, okay. Oh, you come top if you want, actually. Yeah, thanks. Thanks, Froz. You looking forward to Dutchy bottling this? I don't know, eh? I think he's going to be quick. But as we've seen with Sparky, anything really can happen. Oh, that's got to be close to an invalidation for Lil T, and it is. So that is the end of that lap for him. We're going to go back on the broadcast. Let's go. Oh, everyone jumping in the pits now to get a new set of tyres to go for a final lap sprint. As all yellow flags for Retro Pricey. Going very, very slowly. And also for Stroker. Both these drivers, I believe, out of fuel. Or just letting them through, I'm not quite sure. There's everyone now bringing their cars in the pits. Just making my food order for the moment. Purple sector 2 FFS. Yeah, unlucky little teammate. That was really unfortunate that you cut that corner just a little bit to lose the lap. Let's see if Hartwigger can finally do a lap that is legal. Does he cut? Oh, very tight there. That could have been another invalidation. But he's sticking with the pedal to the metal, so it might be okay. Let's go, Vox, mate. That'll be heaps good. Edge, mate. I'm hungry. It's 7 o'clock. 7:30. Get off my case, eh? Edge, what did you send me that thing you were talking about on? I'm so confused. Wish it was Uber Eats. This stream is sponsored by my mum. Oh, jeez. Hartwigger did a lap now and has done a 1:37.3. Crew to Karma, what type of lap is he on? Apparently 2.5 seconds up. So let's see where this will put him. He's on a 4 seconds up now on a 36. This will be very close if he can nail this final sector to Dutchy and Green Goats and Paddy. Oh, Rich Energy, but apparently becoming the title sponsor for Haas. Again? Bruh. What, when they do really bad, again, they're just going to ditch them again? Again? I'm saying again a lot. Crew to Karma now coming around the final corner. Onto the back straight. DRS open. Pedal to the metal. What lap time is it going to be? Oh, it's a 35.2 when he goes P3. What a lap for Crew to Karma. Far out. It's Paddy Crow now. We're going to go on board again with Paddy. Let's hope we don't jinx him again. And I'll let you boys listen to the sounds of this marvelous engine. as Paddy now comes up to the line. Does not improve, 2/10 down on his previous lap. And he'll have to go again on this one, but we're going to leave him alone. We'll come back to Dutchy as he's on his outlap. Oxygen right behind him as well. Lil T on a lap, 37.0 is his best. Let's see if he can improve. Snags also yet to put in a lap. Who just went up? Jamie W's gone up to P3 with a 35.2. Very good lap. But again, as we've seen with other drivers, there's a good lap. It gets them in the top 5, but it's still 5/10 off that beloved pole position. 4 minutes to go in the session. Riding currently on board with Lil T. Let's see how the rest of this lap goes. Does he cut there? Yes, he does, and he invalidates his lap. Actually, I think his lap's already invalidated. Yeah, he invalidated just then. So that's unfortunate for him. He'll have to go around again. But now we're going to watch Dutchy, who, well, I'm going to go out and say he's the favourite. And Edge, yes, they are. The F2s run super softs and the mediums here at Australia. F2 tyres are different to the F1 as well. The Chunky Snags really should be looking at coming out now and giving himself a chance for 2 laps, but he's going to hope that he can do 1 lap. As we've got a lot of cars on the track now, he's going to struggle to find, as he does come out now, he's found a gap. As you can see, that blue dot at the bottom of the screen. He's found a gap in the traffic. As now we're watching Dutchy through the second last corner into the final corner. What lap is he on here? Let's go. DRS open all the way up towards the line, and it is a 1:33.3 for Dutchy. He's beaten it by nearly 2 seconds, his previous best, or even more. A 1:33.3 puts him 1.1 seconds clear of everybody else, and that is a big standard for everyone else to try and beat, as he's going to do a slow down lap before a quick one. On board with Paddy again. Let's see if he can improve on his previous lap. Never mind, he's not going for it. Oxygen Thief 1.3 up, coming through the final sector, second last corner. Oh, actually no, he's in sector 1. Ah, oops, he's done a 34.4 in the previous lap as well. FormulaOCE car. And he's actually backed off this lap. Jamie W, he's down on his lap. He's obviously not going for it this one. Cruda Karma is slightly up on his lap as Paddy is retired. What has happened to Paddy? I'm not sure. I think he's just retired in the pits. Not quite sure what's happened to Paddy, but he's retired. On board with Cruda Karma, who has backed off his lap as well. Is Dong on a lap? Dong is on a lap, I think. Never tell with these all day. 1 minute to go now. All the quick times will be coming out. You can see a lot in Sector 3. Jamie W retires in the pit lane. He says, that's all from me, folks. And in comes Retro Pricey as well. So we'll be taking up the rear of the grid today. Chunky Snags coming around as well. But on board now with Long 12 in Dong. Oxygen Thief retires. He's happy with his spot in P4. But what a lap from Dutchy. Goats for Life also goes to P2. He's done a 34.2. Good lap from him. But as I've been saying the whole time, a second off. LT now retires. We're going to leave Ingdong off for a second. Chunky Snags has been able to get a lap together, and he's going to come across the line, and he's going to put himself up to P11. And that will be all she wrote for him, but a good lap to, well, he was basically on a one-lap shootout. And he's done really well to get himself up that far. Hartwig now retires, and Ingdong has backed off. Kruder Karma. No, goats. Goats! For life. Across the line. Does improve, but only very marginally. Will stay P2. Kruder Karma into the pits. Ingdong on a lap. Dilligaff. We'll come to him in a second. Dutchy across the line. Doesn't beat his lap, but he will stay P1, you'd think, unless Dilligaff's got an absolute brilliant lap hooked up. Yeah, I know, I don't want to say, 12-inch dong on stream. It sounds where you going. Anyway, DRS open for Dilligaff all the way up to the line. It's not going to be for pole, but it'll move him up to P9. And that is qualifying done and dusted here for the F2s. Your top, well, pole for Dutchy. That's the main one. Dutchy gets pole by almost a second. Incredible scenes here. As I said, he would be the favourite, and he has done that. Got himself 4 points just for that pole position by 0.9 of a second as we go down. Paddy Crow, P3, a great lap from him, holding provisional pole for a majority of that session. Oxygen Thief, P4, pretty good effort from him too, only just behind Paddy Crow. Will be good to see them battling during the feature race. Green Goats, P5, Hutwigger, P6, Jamie, your winner in round 1 here in the F1 Wednesday League. Kruder Karma P8, Dilligaff P9, and Sparky P10. Let's go to the feature race, boys. As the boys now decide their race strategies and their fuel and all that jazz. We'll have a little bit of discussion. Who do we think is going to win this race from here? I've put my bets on Dutchy P1, Paddy P2, and Oxygen P3. That's who I believe will win this. But then again, I could be very wrong. You never know how these things are going to turn out. As the boys have readied up now, and we're going to go on the formation lap. I'm more excited another wet F1 race around Australia Edge. It's been ridiculous, mate. We had a lot of them. Some of the boys struggling to get off the line for the formation lap. Dutchy will lead the pack down into turn 1 for the first time of many here. But just how ridiculous was Dutchy then? Got rear-ended in traffic the other day, then criminal charge for public exposure. Okay. Oh goodness, I won. That's a great one, mate. Holy. Dutchy to be put in the fence. The sports bet $1 favourite. So that is almost definitely going to happen, you reckon, Fries? Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised, especially with that oxygen thief bloke right behind him. Ah, put the tyres up. Yes, good idea. Detail, position change, stop, stop. Do we want tyre? Or do we want... Wait, can you do multiple surely, right? Do we want tyre or do we want position? No, let's go to tyre, right? Surely. Telemetry. No, we don't want that. Lap data. Yeah, we'll take that. Why not? And spectator mode. Alright, there we go. I went over my head. How do I get 2022 cars in game? Well, you don't because it's 2021, dude. Like, what? Edgy's not one of the OGs. Dutchy surprisingly not backing up the field then, just wanting to get on with it and start this race. 17 laps. Will be extraordinarily interesting to see how this race goes. Only a few of them starting on the super softs, that being Dutchy, Paddy and Oxygen, while the rest of the field starts on the medium tyre. So an early start for Dutchy, Paddy and Oxygen. But could that mean that comes to bite them in the arse later on in the race when they make that early pit stop and get stuck in the traffic of the slower cars further back? Anyway, that doesn't matter. Let's go to 5 red lights. Here we go. First time in F2 Season 1 FormulaOCE. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights. And away we go for the Australian Grand Prix feature race for the F2 cars. Racing down into turn 1. Dutchy's got an overwhelming lead over Goats for Life into turn 1. And he's gone. Dutchy's gone. The car's going everywhere. Let's look back. Is there anyone off? We've got Carnage at the back. Oh, I need to go back. Carnage at the back. Something's happened to Jamie. Jamie has been absolutely ruined. He still looks like he has his front wing though. Let's see. Oxygen making moves up the front. Let's go to the battle at the front again. Goats for Life. Why are we stuck on the board with Dodgy? There we go. Goats for Life getting overtaken to the max here by the blokes on the super soft tyres. Look at this! Oh! Goats for Life nearly rear-ending. Wait, what was that? Oh! Someone's around! Green Goats has been put around. Oh no, and he's going to go back to last. Actually, no, he's coming out just ahead of Jamie. No, he hasn't. No, he's coming out last. That's really unfortunate for Green Goats. Hopefully, during the race, he can fight that back. As the boys settle into their race here, going to focus on the battles. Here we see. Oh, hold on. On what is going on. Paddy Crow looking very quick. Why are we on board with Dutchy? Go away, Dutch. Dutchy's already got a 3.5 second lead and he is running away. Boys settling into their races now. Snags all over the rear end of Lil T. But this is the battle we're going to be focusing on here. The battle for P5 between Paddy, Kruder, or battle for P3 actually, with Goats, Kruder, Paddy, and Hartwigger. This will be the main battle, I think, in the midfield for the moment. Paddy on the super softs, really not showing what he's made of. He's got a yellow flag in the second sector. Not too sure what that's for. not good. We'll move on. Striker Race has moved to the back. Obviously, he had to make an early pit stop, which is really going to ruin him for the rest of this weekend. Retro Pricey, the first to get a penalty. Only on lap 2 too. That's just not good enough from him. Paddy Crow should be looking to make a move soon on Goats. As I seem to have a thing for Paddy for some reason. I keep watching him. But he's always in the mix of it, as he's now going to go maybe for a move up the inside. No. Decides better of it. And then going on at the back, not really Dillygaff on the back of his teammate Sparky. So yeah, we are going to focus on this battle, but we're going to focus on Goats for a bit here. Goes to Dutchy. Go. See if Goats can start making this. Oh, he breaks a bit late there for his own good and nearly goes up the rear end. Crude Karma. We've got a yellow flag back in Sector 1. Have they sorted it out? I think they have. Black Hammer having some issues with maybe Little T or Chunky. Paddy Crow all over the rear end of Goats for Life now. As Goats for Life moves late in the braking area. Very interesting to see if he continues that, because that is definitely able to be penalised. Dutchy now got his lead out to 4.6 seconds at the front over his teammate, and yeah, Uni Vertosi Racing looking very good to take maximum points here after the feature race. Oh, it was a 3-second time penalty for Goats for Life, pushing very hard with Paddy in front of him, as well as a penalty for Green Goats. I wonder what that was all about. And another 3-second penalty for Dillygaff. Wow, these guys really need to watch their track limits. Green Goats deciding on an early pit stop. Right, we're now with a 3-second time penalty. Guys, it's lap 4. What is going on? I would spectate other people, guys, but this is like the only battle going on right now, apart from maybe Dillygaff and his teammate, but they haven't really looked like overtaking each other. This is the main 4 we're going to be watching for now. The battle for P3. Oh, Goats for Life getting out very wide there. And we actually got a run on him now. Paddy Crow has made a move on him, and I didn't even notice that. Lol. Oh, I didn't even notice. That's bad from me. Oh well. Goats now dropping off Paddy now. Almost, actually he has dropped out of DRS. He's out in the dirt there at the second last corner. That will not help him all the way down the turn. Yeah. Hartwig maybe looking to make a move here. Yes, he will. DRS open around the outside. Oh, nearly contact made in a straight line. Come on, boys. Sort it out. Around the outside. Oh, contact made! And Goats is around. Oh, that'll be very interesting to see what happened from the POV of Hartwigger and if he turned in on him there. That's not great racing from the boys and very disappointing. Goats has got another 3-second time penalty. But that's alright. We'll go back on board with Paddy Crow, who is currently chasing Cruda Karma for P3. Paddy a little wide there. But Paddy really needs to make use of these super soft tyres, because later on in the race Cruda will be on the super softs and really struggling. Will be struggling to keep up with the other boys. Goat's really not feeling it at the moment, unfortunately. He is a very quick and very clean driver, just unfortunately obviously got messed up in some lap 1 or 2 incident, and maybe a bit of frustration kicking in there for him. But hopefully he plays a long game and might be able to snare some points out of the end of this. So we're now going to go on board with Crew to Karma, who makes a move on an early pit stop, maybe? For Oxygen, would you say? I don't know if this is an early stop or not. This is about the right time for super soft tyres. Let's see what type of pit stop he can get. He's serving a 5-second time penalty. Interesting. And the mediums go on the FormulaOCE car. And Oxygen will come out around P13. That's what's like. Sparky on a PB sector 1. Frizy, to be honest, mate, I don't see him doing a 8-second undercut on Dutchy, but could happen, yes. We will keep an eye out on that. Crew to Karma now with a 3-second time penalty. Sparky 9/10 up on his PB on a very good lap here. What happened to Sparky? What was he? Oh, actually, no, I think he was P10, so he's going up and above at the moment. And yes, Dutchy in the pits the next lap, so I don't think it was going to be an undercut on Dutchy there. They're obviously having comms telling each other. Yeah, incoming. My food is here, boys, so I'm going to put you guys on board with Oxygen Thief as he makes his way through the field again. Have we seen another cutout for Dutchy? Oxygen Thief? I think that is what has happened after he was looking to make a charge through the field. Truly unfortunate for him. But we'll now go on board with this battle. Hartwig and Dong battling a bit long and hard here. Going for everything. Fortunately for Dong, he doesn't get the move done. Dong all over Hartwigger here. As well as the battle for Goats and Sparky. Oh, door gets shut on Dong there. Here we go. Oh, nearly for long 12 Dong. As Oxygen's back in the race. And will continue his charge towards the front again. And your provisional race leader gets his first penalty. 3 seconds. Maybe pushing a tad hard on these new tyres. So I don't know what's happened to the timing sheets there, boys. Sorry about that. And here it is, the move for P2. Dong on the inside of Hartwigger. Hartwigger's got to stick it around the outside, does he? No, he doesn't. As Dutchy up of the race, a 36.8 on the medium tyres. And is now only 1.4 seconds behind Goats for Life. Karma currently unchallenged out the front. And doing very well. We've got Dutchy's had an issue. Dutchy has lost some time. Nearly 2 seconds. Now, literally nothing really happening right now. Everyone very evenly spaced out. And no one really near each other. Let's go on board with Dillygaff here. Oh! Little loss of the rear end there for Hartwigger. As Jamie makes a move on Sparky. Yellow flag in the third sector. Little cheated with his first penalty, I believe. Dillygaff and Hartwigger and Goats here locked in a three-way battle for P3. Again, Dutchy's managed to lose some more time to these blokes. Now 5 seconds off Goats. We've got a yellow flag. Is this Dong that's off? No, I think it's Stroker. Yes, Stroker being lapped. So that's what yellow flags are. So the Stroker will be the first one to go down. A lap down even. Stroker all the way off the track. Yep. On board with the gap. Oxygen has also made his way, started to make his way through the field and is now in P11. 1.5 seconds behind Chunky Snags. Yellow flag in the third sector, I believe that's still for Stroker. And Dong in the pits together. Will be interesting to see where they come out. Dutchy jumping them quite easily. He's only 17 seconds from the leader, so will retake the lead if he doesn't mess up anymore. Oxygen Thief now on the back of Chunky Snags. Let's watch him make the move. As I say that, he makes the move because Chunky Snags is in the pits. Jamie's got another penalty. Who should we watch, boys? Let's watch Goats. He's all over Dillygaff. Actually been fairly clean racing from the boys from what we've seen here. which is really what you love to see. Some tight battling here too between Goats and Dilligaff. Goats decides better of it. And they both come in the pits. Goats pushing Dilligaff almost into the pit lane. Oh, nearly rear-ends him as well for good measure. Dutchy now taking the lead as the top three go into the pits. Who do we watch now? Thief, however, has not come out of this pit. What do you call it? These round of pit stops very well at all, but will gain a few positions here coming down as a lot of people are in the pits, and he'll come out just behind Jamie, or no, just behind for life. But here's the thing, he's on the old mediums, 6 lap old mediums, and all these boys are coming out on fresh super soft tyres, so it will be very interesting. Goats, unfortunately, with another penalty as he comes into the lane. 5 seconds will be added to his time at the end of the race unless he serves that in that time. Yeah, he'll be struggling in the sprint race for tyres. As we're going to go on board here with Sparky and Retro Pricey, engaged in a very tight battle here in Sector 1. And as Frighty has just very nicely pointed out to me, Crutter has managed to make his way into P2 after the round of pit stops. So it will be very interesting to see if he can hold that, because he's 3.8 seconds ahead of Paddy. And he's also on the newer, faster tyre. Interesting to see how that one goes. But we are currently watching a battle further down with Chunky, Retro, and Sparky. Oh! And it's a big off! Into the wall for Sparky! Is he out? That's a second there. I don't think he's out, but he's got front wing damage. There goes the front wing, and he's out! And the safety car is out, boys and ladies and gentlemen. Sparky has put it in the wall for the second time. And oh my goodness. Sparky has ruined his quali and his race. It's truly unfortunate. But will be interesting to see what do our race leaders do. Dutchy with his 11.5 second lead will not be happy. Commentators curse again, unfortunately, for Sparky as we go on board with him in a battle. Loses the rear end and the car. But this will tighten the field down. We're going to have a sprint race for the last 4 or so laps. The boys on the fresh super softs will be in the best spot to make moves here. But will we see the likes of Dutchy, Paddy, Oxygen pit for those super softs? Or will they stay out? Will be very interesting here. Now, as Frizy has said, is a good time to check penalties. And Dutchy is going to come in for a set of super softs. You'd think, as we look at the penalties, Dutchy's got 11 seconds of penalties! Oh no! He's got a 5-second speeding penalty for speeding in the pit lane. He's not going to serve it here either, so they're just going to change the tyres. Oh, and Dutchy's got 11 seconds. That's really not good for his race lead. He's going to have to pull at least 8 seconds on Paddy, or 11 on Paddy, 8 on Crutter. But he does hold that top 3 spot, so it will be interesting. Otherwise, what have we got? 3 for Crutter, 3 for Dilligaff, 3 for Goats for Life, 9 for Hartwigger, 3 for Jamie. Drive-through penalty for Chunky Snags. Really unfortunate there, mate. Will take him all the way to the back, you'd think, after this safety car. 3 seconds for Retro Pricey, 6 seconds for Lil T, 11 seconds for Green Goats. He's been really in the wars in this sprint race. Black Hammer's got none, he's done really well, and Stroker Race 6 seconds of penalties. So now, the only person that didn't stop and put on the super soft tyres was Paddy, who was on 7 lap old mediums in P2. will be very, very slow at the start, and probably for the rest of this race. You'd think the safety car either comes in this or next lap. You'd hope next lap, because there is a lot of boys not in this train currently. What does the safety car say? He says he's staying out. So we will have a 3-lap sprint to the end. Dutchy trying to push into the pit lane. I agree, Frizy may have just thrown his racer away, but we know how quick he is. He's got the fresh super softs on, but he only has realistically 2.5 laps to do it. Paddy will be an easy overtake, but will he be able to pull those 11 seconds? Will be very interesting to see. Chunky Snags, you'd say, is definitely out of contention here. Will not even be looking at higher than P14 after that drive-through penalty. Gets served. Well, the field's got to catch up here. The boys are taking their sweet old time. Dong and Paddy could get that top 3 spot locked in after these penalties. And yes, race will not finish with DRS. We will have no DRS. It will be pure speed. Whoever is your fastest after these 3 laps will be your winner. But who will be your winner? Right now, you'd say it could be basically anyone in this top 5. But my bet would be Dutchy still to get on that top 3. I don't know if he's going to win the race now with those penalties. But watch out for Oxygen Thief. For some reason, all the way at the back, man. Serving in the pits again for another set of super soft tyres. So his race has really gone to nothing. As safety car should be coming in this lap, hopefully. And we can get this race back underway. Green Goats, if he can catch up to the safety car here, will be in good spot to win this race potentially. Or not win, but recover a bit after he had a really unfortunate start to this race. Safety car is coming in this lap, as I've said. So Dutchy will take control of... Oh, no, sorry, not Dutchy. Crew to Karma will take control of the pack leading through the final sector. But I tell you what, the story is, what will Dutchy be able to do? And will he be able to get a good restart on these ultra fresh, super soft tyres? Unfortunately, the boys all the way at the back will not be able to catch up in time. But that's okay. Crudder really not slowing the field down, still staying all the way up the arse of the safety car for the most part. Very interesting there, tactic from him. Is he going to slow down at all? There it is, the slowdown. Oh! Nearly contact for Dutchy on Paddy. Oh! The race leader's put it in the wall! He's lost his front wing! Oh! Karma has tried to put the foot down, and he's lost his front wing, and he's put it in the wall. He's absolutely thrown his chances of winning this race. Now you'd think if Dutchy can get past Paddy now, 11 seconds might be a bit out of reach. But I don't know. Long 12-inch Dong gets 5-second penalty for ignoring yellow flags. That's unfortunate for him. Dutchy now needs to make this a matter of urgency getting past Paddy to try and get this race lead or even the win. As he goes up the inside into an unorthodox spot, very tight. Billy Gaff with a 3-second time penalty. Dutchy just outdrives Paddy as well as Dong. And he will take the lead now. What can he do for the final lap and a half? How much of it? Oh, someone's around! Who is that? That is Dilligaff is around. And that is his race, unfortunately, coming to a premature end, you'd think, at P12. And that's just truly unfortunate. Not quite sure what happened there. Got tangled with someone going for a move. Dutchy only pulled a second, not even on 12-inch Dong. Oh, there's a big one at the back. There's a huge one at the back. Multiple cars off the track. Lil T. Who else is there? We've got Jamie. We've got Retro. Oh, wow, that was a huge one all the way at the back. Everyone getting desperate. 4 moves here on the final lap now. As that safety car just changed up this race dramatically. Everyone just needs to calm down here. Last lap. No one needs to do anything silly as Karma goes for a move on his teammate, even with that damaged front wing. Around the outside. No, gets the door closed on him. Oh, and he's out wide. Who's that? Goat's out wide. Oxygen does a fast lap of the race, but will not matter in the end, I don't think, as he's all the way down in P13 and 8 seconds off of Dilly Gaff. But wow, that was a huge one there in the third sector. Dutchy only pulled 1.7 oops on the field. Let's go to penalties. Oh, okay. Dutchy is going to lose a lot of positions here. Dutchy could very well go down to around P5, and he will, I think, probably around your P5, P6 region. Oh, was off the road goes Karma with that no front wing, and he's going to lose P5 to Goats. P4 to Goats, sorry. We go with a 3-second time penalty as well. But Dutchy will come across the line, your race leader, and potential race leader. 3-second lead across the line will not be enough. He will come across the line, will win and get the 5-second penalty, but he'll drop down to 3rd immediately, and Paddy Crowe will take the win. Dutchy goes down to 5th. And that's where Dutchy will finish P5 as the rest of the boys come across the line. Pricey and Snags and Stroker, the final 3 cars to come across the line. As Dutchy is upset about that loss, he goes from, well, winning this race by over 11 seconds to end up at P5 as a big accident nearly at the back. But what an exciting way to end that race, boys. Retro Price will take P13. Buddy Crow will be your feature race winner. And, well, you'd say that's probably a very, very big throw for Dutchy. Oxygen Thief expressing some anger there under the safety car. Couldn't catch the safety car because he was driving so slowly. But this is what you love to see, boys. The podium celebrations up the top. As we look, these are your final standings. Dutchy will get the fastest lap of the race with a 35.6. So we'll take 12 points and we'll start with 16 going into the sprint race. We'll really want to do better than that. We will start P3 though, so you'll see what he does there. Paddy Crowe wins the race. Dong 2nd. Goats 3rd. Karma 4th. Dutchy 5th. Blackhammer 6th. Jamie holds P7. A fairly quiet race from him, but see what he can do in the sprint race. Lil T will be starting on pole for the sprint race. So see what he can do, finishing P8. Hartwigger P9 and Dilly Gaff P10, rounding out your top 10. And, well, this is going to be exciting, lads. Literally anyone's game to take the top 3 here at the moment. There's about 3 drivers who could take this. Oh, and I forgot it was fully wet. We have a full wet sprint race. I've completely forgotten. So that will make this very, very interesting. Completely different to the race they've all just done. They've been doing the whole running for the previous hour. on the slick compound with max grip on the clearest track possible to now be in the pouring rain. Will be very interesting to see how some of the drivers can handle it. Boys making some Dutchie's just messaged me. So as Little T will lead them down into turn 1 in the pouring rain. I love this. A completely clear sprint race, feature race to a pouring, full wet sprint race. We could see some very big crashes here, everybody. Thief still fuming in the Discord about his finish position in the previous race, and he's got it all to do here. This car's going to be an absolute handful in this race, so we'll see what they can do. Hopefully they're warming up their tyres here. Don't look to be swerving over the track too much, but Little T and Jamie W going for it, taking. We're off, and Blackhammer's been disqualified. I wonder what that is all about. Quite short. So Blackhammer will be very slow to get off the line here with the freezing goal. Oh, is that contact between Dutchie and Jamie? No? Alright. For sure. As they come around the second last corner. Boys warming up their tyres as much as possible. This is going to be so different. Dutchie trying to warm up the rears. Let's get on with this race, shall we, boys? The guys are regrinning up as we speak and looking to see if they can take a race win here in round 1. Race number 2, the sprint race in the pouring rain. Let's see how we go. Everyone ready. Cars revving up. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights. And away we go for the start of the... away we go for the start of the race. Oh, there's someone in the wall straight away. Oh, who is that? Oh, Retro Price, he's in the wall. We've got a drive-through for Paddy Crow. Oh, it's all going on. Oh, someone's off. Oh, Dutchie's got the lead. How has he pulled that off? Paddy jumped the start, so he's going to have to serve that drive through. That is going to put him all the way at the back. But something's happened. I don't know what happened, but... was it Stroker that had the issue? I don't think it was. Yeah, Retro Pricey had a massive problem. But there's also... another car's going very slow. Retro Price, I'm not sure what he's up to. Anyway, crew to Karma. Says he's P1, he's definitely not. Game is having a bit of a shit. Oh! As there's an orange car going across the track. Oh, oh wow, there's accidents happening everywhere. We've got Sparky and Retro have had an issue. God, everything's going on. Stroker's got an issue now, I think. Going very slowly. Come on, boys. Keep it in a straight line. This is what I was talking about, though. The boys really struggling. There's Jamie's off again. Jamie's around. He's in the wall. Oh! As he nearly gets T-boned by Cruder Karma. He's going to be struggling to get that car in a straight line now. But as you say all that, the race leader is 5.3 seconds ahead of everyone. Oh, we just got more issues. Into the lane comes Paddy to serve his drive-through. Wow. What a dramatic first lap. Stroke Race doing very well to stay up there. But Oxygen Thief! Where was he? P12, P13 off the start. He's currently P4. He's done an absolute blinder off the start. Oh, and off the track goes Cruder Karma, I believe. Yes, no front wing for him. I don't know why. Actually, has he a front wing? He does. That was Jamie that didn't have a front wing. On board with Blackhammer now. We're going to go on board with Dilligar, who is charging after Chunky Snags. Look at this, all over him. As we've got Blackhammer off the track. Oh, and so is Dong. Dong is off the track. Rejoining now in P7. What a crazy start to this sprint race. Oh, I thought that was someone in the wall then, to be honest. Jamie's still struggling down there on the back straight. He's actually come to a complete halt. Not sure what he's doing. Let's go on board with him just to see what he's doing. The car in a straight line. Actually does a fastest lap of a 150.8. He's really struggling here, is Jamie. Very interesting. Oxygen's got himself back up in a P2 again. And Jamie's put it in the wall! We've got a virtual safety car. Jamie put it in the wall? I wonder if he put it in the wall or he's retired. Not sure, but I would have reason to believe that he's in the wall. He did not look in control of his car at all, and we've got a VSC, so the boys can take a breather and relax. But we're now going to focus on the battle of the midfield. From Dilligaff to Retro Pricey. As we go green again, the boys start racing. Dilligaff gaining time on the boys behind him. And they all really space out a bit. Paddy Crow's now put it in the wall. Down the back straight. I wonder if that's put in the wall or he's retired. So last round's race winner has retired. His car is driving back out on the road, so he's obviously tried to retire. And it hasn't happened. So that car will just pull to the side, and that'll be the end of that. Very interesting that he just gave up on the race there and didn't want to try and even get back and gain a few points to hold that round lead that he has at the moment. And Paddy Crow left. He might have had something personal to do. The boys are taking it very careful now, watching out for each other. But don't be surprised in a few laps time when they all start getting a bit more aggro. I'm looking for those final spots. We've got a yellow flag in sector 3. Never mind, that's all good. Ooh, that was... They've also been heaps cleaner in the rain. No penalties as of yet. Whereas this time last race, I think we had at least 3 or 4 drivers with penalties. Oh, way out sideways for Dong. Nearly off into the gravel there at turn 3. Managed to pull it up and make the corner, but only just. Let's go on board now with Goats for Life, who has Retro Pricey for company a little bit behind him, about a second behind him. It's about the closest any car is to any other car at the moment. Or just giving each other a couple of seconds of space just to suss out the track and get a feel for these wet conditions. We've got a yellow flag. Sparky's done an oopsie again. What's happened to Sparky? I'm not too sure. He's now side by side with Stroker though. All the way at the back. And Sparky will lose that spot. Oh, we've got an incident at turn 12. Chunky's put it around. And he gets overtaken by his teammate, Retro. Rice, you're around the outside. Oh, contact by the teammates. Contact. And around goes Chunky Snags. And he's going to lose another spot. Contact between the teammates. We got that on the stream, boys. Yeah, unfortunately, Dutchy did bottle quite hard. He got an 11-second penalty by coming into the pits and selecting the super softs before the safety car. He did come across the line first, but he just had too many penalties and ended up getting P5. Currently, though, Uni Virtuosi Racing on absolute top of the world. 1 and 2. Well, the next car, Challenger, that's not a yellow car, is 6 seconds behind Oxygen and nearly 17 behind Dutchy. Boys just taking their time getting used to the track, as I said. But don't be surprised with a few laps to go that this starts to be a bit more aggression. We've got a problem for Stroker Race. He's around, maybe even into the wall at turn number 2. We come on board with your race leader. Very peaceful out the front here, you'd say, for Dutchy. He basically got here after turn 3, I'd say, and he's basically just sat out here in the lead for the whole time. Oxygen in a bit of no man's land as well. 11 seconds from his teammate, 7 seconds to the guy behind him. But Dutchy's done a fast lap of a 49.3 and has pulled another more time on Lil T. Would like to see Green Goat start pressuring Lil T here. Could be a good little battle for P3. Dong now on the back of Dillygaff, looking to make a move. Retro Pricey side by side with Kruder Karma, as well as his teammate right there. These three going at it. He's going to go up the inside in the second last corner. Oh, that's an interesting place to go for a move. And yeah, again, he's just lost the time. He's going overtakes in the spots where it's just not going to work, and it's costing him a lot of time here. But number 1 and 2 on these cars, just because why not, I suppose. The teammates now very close to each other. Is there going to be a dive bomb from Chunky? No, there's not. We've got Kruder around again, man. He's really struggling in these conditions compared to the dries. The teammates again all over each other. Oh, around the outside goes Chunky again. Oh, in a spot where you don't want to be overtaking. Unless you guys are talking about it. Oh, jeez. As the... I don't know what team it is, and I'm not going to try. Pertinina Racing? I don't know. Switch spots. Dong also in a tight battle with Dillygaff. We'll go and watch that one, see how that one's going along. These two are very close to each other. Actually going across the line to start lap 7, while some of these blokes are just getting into sector 2. Oxygen Thief, my driver of the day, at least for the sprint race. I think he got pretty unlucky in the feature race, obviously, with those issues logging out. Oh, what's happened to Retro? He's going around at turn 12. Doesn't look like he's out of the race, though. Only 2 penalties here in the sprint race, so the boys are maybe taking a bit more caution in the rain. Probably good to see. Let's see if Dong will go for a move on Dilly Gaff. Sparky gets another penalty. Oh, big sideways moment there for Dong into turn 3 braking zone again. He's really just not driving consistently enough to stay with Dillygaff, which shows real good composure from Dillygaff to keep Dong at bay as well. Goats has just come off Little T a little bit, but your race leader gets his first penalty of the sprint race with 6 to go. And could you imagine we have another safety car late and he bins it again? Do you imagine the scenes? Dong, wow, I thought he was going off the track, but that's just absolute perfect line there from him. This race has really just slowed down a little bit as we're going to go on board here with the Goats and Hartwigger battle. Let's see if Goats for Life will make a move down into turn 13 here. Gets a good exit. He's all over the rear bumper of Hartwigger. Will he go for the move? Oh, he's not quite there. Will it be on the brakes? He's going to go around the outside into turn 13. He's going to hold it there. Hartwigger is going to hold up the inside. But a brilliant move from Goats around the outside in the pouring rain down there at turn 13. You'd love to see that from Goats. Now hopefully he can push on and get that lead, but we've got a problem. Little T's around or something. He's had an issue. I think he might have binned it at turn 2. That's cost him the podium. Oh, and he's missed up braking zone at turn 3 as well. Green Goats has now claimed P3 and has a 4-second buffer to the guy behind him, but we've got a problem down at the final sector. This time Retro Pricey again making more issues. This team representing, I believe it's Mercedes, but I couldn't tell you, it's the same colours. Really not showing up here with their sportsmanship. They're just really just not being the cleanest racers, but we'll have to see if they can redeem themselves in the final 5 laps of this race. Who's in a battle? Chunky Snags. Chunky Snags and Cruda Karma being silly as we've got Dong around. Dong is around at turn 10. He's off in the grass, and that is going to give maybe a definite P5 to Lil T if he doesn't make any more mistakes, because he's just been a cleaner driver. Little T also making a mistake, and that's cost him P3 and P4. So Dillygaff just driving consistently has got him into the top 4 and driving very, very well. No one is even close to matching Dutchy though. No one has come even close to Dutchy at this point in time, with 4 laps to go for about everyone and about 3.5 for everyone else. For Dutchy. Is that in the lane comes Dong. Is that an error? I don't think he should be pitting for a new front wing. But also coming in is Lil T. So this could give Goats a top 5 here. Goats for Life. Very interesting to see what happens there. Yeah, he's getting a nose change. Very, very interesting things going on here. Dong getting a new nose and some new wet tyres put onto the car. We'll forget about him for a while now, as he's going to come out a long way down, as well as Lil T. Him and Little T will now be nearly out of the points. So I wonder if that front wing change was really that necessary. Let's put them both in a very, very poor spot to even get close at winning this race. Chunky Snags and Cruda are still going out at these two. Have been a bit reckless with each other. Oh! Chunky nearly runs up the rear end of Krudakama. Tell you what, this could get spicy here. Couple battles starting to show up. As well as Dutchy leading this race by 15 seconds nearly over his teammate, and then another 12 seconds back to Green Goats. Let's see, is Chunky going to go for a move here? No, he's not. Something's happened to Stroker Race. Has he put it in the wall? I think he has. Yes, he's put it in the wall in a straight line. Far out. Into the wall he goes, and that'll be a third retirement of this race. I wonder if Dutchy will get the win of the round here, or will someone else be up there? Goats may have a chance to take this. I don't quite remember where he placed in the feature race, but yeah. We've got... what car have we got around? Is that Goats? Oh, whoa! Chunky off the track. Or Retro. Is that Retro off the track? Yeah, that was Retro off the track. What going on here? A lot of yellow flags. Hard to keep up with these, to be honest. Little T trying to make his way through the field here. Only 2 laps to go. 3 laps to go, technically, for these boys. Still a lot of racing to come. Stroker Racer has left. Yeah, unfortunate for him. He's put it in the wall, and that will be all she wrote for him. No points today, don't think. But yeah, that's all good for him. Dutchy with a 17.5 second lead now. That's absolutely ridiculous in only a 12 lap race. This race starting to drag on a bit. These boys really need to start having a go. Could be interesting watching Lil T trying to get past these two to get a top 7, but I think that is the best he will be able to do. He is on fresh wets, and he's got something to prove here that he is quick and can make moves. Situations. Let's see what he can do here. Chunky snags, putting pressure on Kruder. He's gone wide. Kruder's gone wide. They're making contact. Oh, Kruder's held on to it. Well done. Oh no. Oh no, boys. What is going on? What is going on? What are you doing? Lil T making P7 his, or at least trying to, and he does make P7 his, but this is just a bit ridiculous with these 3 drivers. Krudakama, Chunky snags. Oh, no front wing on Krudakama. These guys, Krudakama and Chunky snags, for sure being a bit reckless, and basically just need to keep their cars in one piece, as Lil T has now taken P7. Krudakama is going to stay out now on those tyres. With no front wing, I should say, not on those tyres. But he's still got 2 times he's got to go around, so that's going to be very interesting. He's going to run wide here. He's actually pulled it up. That was Lil T, that's why it pulled it up. Oh! Lil T's in the wall! Oh, he's come back across the track! Oh! Wow! Lil T, after all that effort getting up to P7, he's retired. And he's out in Q in the sprint race. So unfortunate for him. Oh, Blackhammer having a half spin. Oh, we got a battle here. Who's this? What was I watching just now? I think I'm watching Dong. Dong made a move on Chunky Snags and Krudakama. Much cleaner than Little T. That's truly unfortunate. 4 retirements in this race, as Dutchy has now gone on to his final lap of the race. Oh, Dong a little wide there. Edge, to be honest, you need to watch Sundays. Actually, you're racing, aren't you? You're racing Sundays. Sunday is going to be very, very interesting. Dutchy and I are very evenly matched on pace. He's very quick. Though I don't know. I'm on shit at the F2s. But Dutchy is very, very quick in the F2s. But it's very, very even between about the top 5 drivers in this league on the F1, so it's great. It's yeah, it's really good on the Sundays. Unfortunately, Dutchy doesn't race Sundays, but yeah, tune in on Wednesdays, every Wednesday, to see Dutchy, and every Friday to see Dutchy dominate the F2s. We're gonna go on board. I think much is happening. We've got a Red Bull facing the wrong way. I believe that's no one of interest. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's just Black Hammer getting lapped by Green Goats. So we're going to go on board with Dutchy here, as he is going to win this one. He's got nearly a pit stop lead over his teammate. Oh, and he gets a little bit, how you going, off the line, and he's swerving and will take P1 here in the sprint race for FormulaOCE. Let's go down. Let's see, is anyone making some last minute moves? Karma is still going to get a point here. If he doesn't get overtaken by Sparky on the last lap of the race. He has no front wing, remember. And will be very interesting. See if he can hold on to this spot. Otherwise, Oxygen Thief comes across the line, P2. That will be his, 16 seconds behind his teammate. And Green Goats will come across the line and take P3. Next up, Dillygaff to come across the line. There's no battles happening on this final lap, unfortunately, like we had last race. So we're just going to go that each driver comes across the line. Green Goats now, next one to come across the line as he goes through the final corner. As you can see, they're so spread out, these boys. It's pretty crazy. Goats comes across the line. P5, well done for him. Alright, we'll be next across the line, shortly followed by the rest of the field. The last guy to come across the line will be Sparky, and he is in the third last corner. Across the line comes Hartwigger. He'll take P6. Very good race from him. Dong will take P7. Oh! And nearly lose the car. After he comes across the line, you love to see that. Chunky will take P8 and lose the car after the line. Retro Pricey, P9. Cruda Karma, P10. Comes across the line in P10, and I think we'll hold that because Sparky had a shit ton of penalties. And yes, he will, I think. So, that rounds out your sprint race and your F2 Friday night race and event. I still am not sure who's won. I don't know if it's Dutchy or if it's someone else, but it's very great. Like, I don't even know what to say. Dutchy, man of the match for sure, but for that race especially, I have to give my driver of the day to after that kind of performance from Dutchy, from Oxygen Thief, coming from what, 12th place on the grid or something in that sprint race in 12 laps, to come across the line P2 and take a 1-2 for Bertosi Racing is brilliant. And that's your sprint race result. 17 points for Dutchy, got the fastest lap as well. Feature race, 25 points for Paddy. Who is your weekend winner? Dutchy is your winner, as we need Paddy and we need Goats for Life in here to celebrate their top 3. Let's get them in here, boys. So we need Paddy Crow, if he's still on. I don't know if he rage quitted or not. Goats for Life. Invite the party. Where else am I looking? I just invited Paddy. I need Goats. And we need Dutchy. We don't have Goats on here. What the hell? Goats for Life. For the rundown. Okay. and Goats for Life. Hey Dutchy mate, how was that? Great from you. Good from you. Goats for Life. I don't think Paddy's going to join because I'm pretty sure he rage quit after he got a drive through, but he got P2 or 3 or something.
Yeah, I know he did. Yeah.
Let's see if he joins. I'll invite him again, but I don't know. I'm going to do
Yeah.
you last because you're the winner. Just make sure you
Me
guys are
last.
including your audio. Yeah, I'll do you last because
Yeah.
you won.
Yeah, well, Goats is next anyway.
Yep. Yep. Make sure you guys are all including your audios as we're gonna do the podium celebration and interview. So, Goats, mate. How did you feel your 2 races went and qualifying?
Well, in the first quali, I didn't really expect to get a P2, but I managed to get one, so I was a bit happy about that. Start went okay. I think I might have dropped back 1 or 2 positions. And then later in the race, just before the pit stops, I had this little tangle with Jamie on the first corner and dropped back a bit. But I think that safety car helped me out just to get up a few positions to third. So I'm happy about that race. And then the second race, I wasn't really going too well. I had a really good start from 6th to 2nd, and then just went off at the first corner and dropped back to 4th. And then later down, spun out, and that kind of happened a lot during the race. Just because I couldn't really find the grip anywhere. To get back to 5th was not too bad. So overall, pretty happy with my performance.
Yeah, it was really interesting to see how everyone was, all apart from Dutchy because he got like a 20-second win in the sprint race, but everyone really struggled with trying to adapt to those wet conditions, especially on the first few laps. But yeah, was very good to watch you battle your way through both those races. I don't know what else to ask. What do you want to see coming in the future races for you? Do you want to be challenging Dutchy and the rest of the boys who are up there? Where do you see yourself coming into something like Canada or somewhere? Where do you want to be?
Well, with Dutchy, I feel like he's probably one of the quicker boys in the lobby. So it's going to be hard to chase him down. But with that P2 in quality, that kind of gives me a bit of confidence to try and race the other boys and fight for podiums. Maybe a win, don't know, just kind of see how things play out during the races. But definitely trying for some podiums.
Yeah, I could definitely see something like that happening. Definitely for you. And yeah, especially a race win could be imminent, especially at some of those tracks where literally anything can happen, like Monaco or any of those. So yeah, thank you for. And then thanks for coming on.
Yeah,
You
all
can start
good.
the party if you want. Dutchy now our. Well, I don't know whether to call you our session winner or like the biggest thrower of the lobby. I'm not gonna lie. But
Well,
you did manage to get the top spot after you lost it. But
yeah.
yeah, what were your thoughts after that feature race?
Oh, so I just got one thing to say for a good old mate of mine. Turns out I'm the Bottas of this league because I just fuck everything up. But nah, quali, it wasn't too bad. I liked quali. I went out on the mediums. You probably see me bin that too. The first lap wasn't too bad. Went second, and then I had another lap, and then I think I went second again. And then I just waited for the track acclimatization to come along, and just went out on super softs and blew the park away. But I wasn't expecting that much of a gap between me and second place, which was really surprising. Feature race, yeah, it went well for me. I had a little bit of an incident with Sparky. He tapped me on the ass after I've overtaken him on the main straight. And then those penalties killed me in the end. I really shouldn't have pitted, but I thought maybe I could gain a little bit more time, maybe put in another faster lap, but those penalties ended up killing me in the end. And it said I corner cut when I didn't. I was going into the pit lane to corner cut, to pit, but it said I corner cut, which made no sense. But that's probably how the feature race.
Contest that at the stewards afterwards.
Oh, I'm not gonna contest it. It really wouldn't have made much of a difference.
Yeah, no, fair enough. 11 seconds of penalties does hurt when you got something like that going on. But yeah. Where do you see yourself? Do you see yourself as definitely like up there and winning this championship potentially come, halfway through the season or even Abu Dhabi? Where would you like to finish, and where do you think your team with you and Oxygen Thief will go?
Well, the goal is to win the Drivers' Championship, otherwise no one would be here. But I think I want to be up the top, definitely. Obviously, there's going to be a few tracks that I don't like and won't really compete well against the other blokes. I don't know. There's a few tracks that I just don't like, but that'll probably give a couple of chances for the other boys. For Univert, I'd like to see constructors majority of the time, I think, because just us getting points together, because Oxygen Thief is a pretty good F2 driver as well, really quick in the wet too. But yeah, I guess we'll see.
Was really good racing from everyone today. A few incidents in that sprint race which might need to look over if they get reported, but otherwise, thank you Dutchy and thank you Goats. Unfortunately, we couldn't get Paddy in. Pretty sure he's a bit upset after that drive-through in the sprint race and all that. But that's all she wrote for Friday night Formula 2 round 1 here in Australia. Your round winner is Dutchy and P2 or P3 for Goats? P2?
P3.
P3 for Goats. So, and Paddy P2. So, hope you guys all enjoyed what was a good stream and some very good moments. And we'll be seeing you on Sunday for the Sunday Formula 1 League.